Hello everybody, welcome back to another review of me. I just saw Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And I'm kind of disappointed. Okay, so for those who do not know, I am a big Jurassic Park fan. Hell, I can forgive a lot of, for example, The Lost World. I love The Lost World. It's not that bad a movie in my opinion, mostly because I love animals as much as the next person, and that movie is all about the perseverance of animals. However, where The Lost World did it wrong was that in its perseverance for animals, it lost the perseverance of humans. Yeah, Fallen Kingdom is like that. It's oh boy. So this is a spoiler-free review, as much as I can keep it spoiler-free. Um, yeah, I'll maybe do a spoiler review if people want it, but I'll keep it as much spoiler-free as I can. So, yeah, Jurassic Park: Fallen Kingdom. The synopsis, I think everybody knows. The island where the dinosaurs are on is about to blow up, and they have to go rescue all of these dinosaurs. However, they're being double crossed, and the dinosaurs are being used for other nefarious reasons, and they created another hybrid thing. So, with that in mind, I mostly thought the writing in this movie sucked. It felt like playing chess, you know? Then this happens, then you have to do this step, then you have to do that step, then you have to do this, then that. You know, it didn't feel as a flowing narrative. It felt like, and then, and then, and then, you know, it's kindergarten writing, you know. And then my daddy put me to sleep, and then I fell asleep, and then I dreamed, and then I woke up, and then I had to pee, and man, oh man, it the writing in this movie really annoyed me. It's also very, and you can take this as good or bad, but in the beginning of the movie, everything is very open, very flowing. Like I loved the opening scene in this movie, like before you see the title. The opening scene in this movie, top notch. I was getting hyped. Like I was really getting hyped at that opening scene. I really liked it. I was like, if this is the tone of the rest of the movie, then we're good. We're very good. It didn't last. It didn't last at all because it's yeah, how to describe it? It's claustrophobic at some point. Like the entire second and third act all take place in this one location, and it feels like they wanted to recreate the raptor chase scene in the visitor center from the original Jurassic Park. You know, I feel like they tried to recreate that feeling, but they did it so much that the feeling gets lost. You know, at some point, for example, the jump scares or the scares in general, because there are some scares in this. I'm not gonna lie, I did jump sometimes in my cinema seat, but at some point in the movie, you get overblown with it. You know, they use it so much that we get it, okay, we get it. Jesus, so there's so many jump scares and those type of ooh moments that it stops being fun. Um, the characters in this movie are very bland, generic. Um, yeah, the ones that are really pulling the movie are still Chris Pratt and the woman who plays Claire. Hold on, Bryce Dallas Howard. Okay. So those two are really the people that pull this movie. They really, those are the two that I found believable. That I found, Yeah, okay. As infuriating as they are, because we spent the entire last movie, Jurassic World, building their relationship, and now they pull a Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler on us. You know, they completely went their separate ways, and but where it's different is they actually explain it. They actually explain why they went their separate ways. It's a stupid explanation, but it's an explanation. So there's that. But yeah, those two really pull the movie. There are two other main characters, which both are playing for laughs. You have the tough chick veterinarian who never saw a dinosaur before, and you have the nerd who finds everything dirty and disgusting, and is afraid of T-Rexes. The entire movie, I hope they died. I really hope they died. It would have been so much better if they died. Yeah, the other characters are either very generic and just not that interesting. Oh, if you are wondering where Dr. Ian Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum, is playing in this movie, if you've seen the trailers, specifically the first and the second trailer, you've seen all. You've seen all that he plays in this movie. He always sits at that desk, and he's always explaining his theory, his chaos theory. I do the stammer because I was waiting for that actually. I was doing the Jeff Goldblum, you know, but there are quite a few less us in this. I was kind of disappointed. Who would have guessed that I was disappointed by hearing less ums? Yeah, but I was talking about characters being idiotic, and their problem solving in this movie is also like, really, really, this is your. There are two characters in this movie that really pissed me off. Not even in movie standards, but in the terms of the movie, but in what they represent. Those are, first of all, the villain. There's a villain in this movie. And he's the most generic, boring-ass villain ever. You know? It's another businessman who just wants money. You know? He already has, like, this huge mansion at his disposal with millions of dollars, and he just wants somewhat more. Really? Really? Gross. He's so dumb. He's so generic. Oh man. You know, I really wanted someone more decent this time. You know, like what I really wanted, since there was like this The Lost World vibe in it, I wanted them to switch it around. Like in The Lost World, Chris Van Owen, for example, could be seen as a villain. Like his actions, indirectly or directly even, cause a lot of harm. I wanted a character like that as a villain. I would really love that. That would have been great, but no, generic rich guy. Seriously. And the other character that pissed me off was Blue. As a lot of people probably will be pissed off. Who is Blue? Blue is the raptor that survived the last movie. She is the blue raptor. Remember when raptors were scary? Remember in that first movie, that masterpiece that everybody is still like saying this is the best, you know? What were the raptors doing there? They were hunting. They were scary. They were actually really, really frightening. I saw that movie for the first time when I was 8 years old and it pissed my pants. You know, I was so scared of them. And here, she's been reduced to just making sure that her daddy is safe. Like, what? Come on. You know, it's, man. I was hoping that she would die. I was really hoping she would die. Really, throughout the entire movie, I was like, please, let there be some drama and let Blue die or something. You know, speaking of other villains, a lot of you are probably wondering why I haven't talked about the Indoraptor yet. That's because the Indoraptor sucks. No, seriously, it's once again, I think if you saw the trailers, you've seen everything. You know, that's the amount of scares you're gonna get from this creature. You know, it's another hybrid thing that's like really into. He also has some really dumb scenes. He also has some that Indoraptor. I am mostly laughing because I cannot believe how dumb it is. But the Indoraptor can smile and can like enjoy a hunt while smiling, like being like, and I was like, what the fuck are we doing with this thing? Like really, really, we are going to make this thing, this thing we are supposed to be scared of. We're gonna make him a little bit silly. Why? Why? Not even the Indominus Rex did that. No, not even the Indominus Rex did that. The most silly the Indominus Rex did was when he was toying with the gyrosphere where the kids were in. Speaking of kids, there's a little girl in this movie too, and without giving anything away, there is like this huge thing about her that when you realize it, you're like, whoa, and they don't do anything with it, and I cannot say what it is without spoiling anything. Like I cannot say what it is with this little girl, but as soon as you know, you're like, what? Whoa! This change. What changes now? This is like huge news. This is like enormous news. What are they gonna do with this? Nothing. uh, what else? What else? I made some notes. Music. The music in this movie is overblown. Okay. I love a good music piece. Hell, my last crappy cinematic was a top 20 of most memorable music themes, and the Jurassic Park theme is in there. And the Jurassic Park theme is in here too. You're gonna hear it, but it's very downplayed. Um, but when the music does kick up, it's never really um, earned. No, for example, you see Claire going from one location to another, not within an island, nothing dinosaur related. No, she drives from a house to Owen, and we hear this orchestra while we see the car from up top, and we pan up to see a forest. We hear an orchestra like ah, and it's what the hell. Why does this scene need this much music? And this movie does that all the time. As soon as you change locations, oh, you hear that fucking music again. And I was like, why the hell? Why? 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 Now, with all my rambling, is there anything good in this movie? Yes, there is. Every single time the T-Rex is on the screen, if you can ignore the parts where she just does stuff where you're like, why are you doing this? She at least again steals the show. The Carnotaurus, for a lot of people who saw the Carno in the trailer, he comes back. Yeah, she comes back. Like yeah, there are a few Carnotaurus scenes, and they're fine. They're fine. Also, the effects were pretty decent. There were a lot of practical effects in this, and I was very happy to see it mostly because the actors now had something real to act with, and you can really see that. You can really see that the actors have way more believability in what they are doing. It's not just that one sock puppet of the Apatosaurus that died in the first movie. No, we see Blue on the table. Like there's a full-scale Blue animatronic in this. Well, the T-Rex scene, there's a T-Rex scene where she's sedated and the head is like an animatronic. You can see that. There are quite a few Indoraptor scenes with an animatronic. And I thought those scenes really brought them to life. I really thought that there wasn't a single moment where I was like, "There's no dinosaur there," you know. Maybe on the island, maybe when it's like a stampede or whatever that you can see the CGI through, you know, when it's like, oh, because we've gotten so used to CGI, you know. But for the most part, there's those were good. The effects were decent. I just really wished the story was better. What else? There's a really tear-jerking scene in this, by the way. For anyone who loves animals and just well, as soon as they leave the island, there's a real tear-jerker scene there. It's really sad. And in the cinema where we were, like after that scene, there was a break, like a toilet break, or you can grab some snacks or some drinks break, like a 10-minute break. And both Bob and I were just sitting there like, oh man, that was really sad. No. Now I feel no. But that was just one scene. There wasn't a single other scene where I was like, I feel for these characters. I want to be with these characters. I'm with them all the way. Mostly what this movie did was setting up a world for a part 3. And I would be lying if I said I wasn't interested in where they're going with it. Like, the setup for the third Jurassic Park movie is, in my opinion, has a lot of potential. But if the writing is the exact same as in this movie, it's gonna blow. It's gonna blow like hell. Whew. Well, if I have to give this movie, Fallen Kingdom, that is, a grade, I would say it's a 4 out of 10. It doesn't deserve a passing grade. It's not a great movie. And this coming from the person who, like, my very first crappy cinematics was Jurassic Park 3. You know, I love these movies. I love them. I love the first movie. It's probably my top 5 of favorite movies of all time. This didn't do it justice. It didn't. It really didn't. There are some pretty good scenes, especially also near the end. They are presented with a choice. And I was very happy at first with the choice they made, but then they messed it up. You have to see the movie in order to know what I'm talking about. But yeah, other than that, no. I really hope the third Jurassic World is gonna be great, because this wasn't it. Well, anyway, those were my 2 cents. Thank you all so much for sticking with me for these short reviews. I really like to do them every time I went to the cinema. See that like button down there? Kick it in the nuts. Here's to hope that the third Jurassic World movie is gonna be great. Hyrit out.